afternoon, YouTube friends. Thank you so much for coming by. I am so beyond excited to share this video with you today. Today I'm going to be doing my first collaboration video, and I am lucky enough to do my first collaboration with none other than Charisse from Midnight Munchies and More. I have been watching Charisse's channel for a little over a year now. I've got a little bit of a crush. She's just so cool. Her recipes are amazing. Her personality is just so badass. She's so fun to watch. Like I said, I'm just honored to even be doing this at all. So, yay. So today I will be trying out her vegan crab cake recipe, and Charisse will be trying out my apricot muffin recipe. I will link her channel in the video below, obviously, and above. I think I know how to do that now. So I'm so excited. Thank you for coming along. Let's get to those crab cakes. Okay guys, I am going to start with 2 cans of artichoke hearts. I'm just draining them in a colander here, and I'm going to let as much moisture drip out of them as possible. I have imitated seafood with lobster mushrooms and hearts of palm before, but never artichoke, so I'm pretty excited about trying this. I'm just gonna let these drain in the sink while I prep a couple other ingredients. I've got a half an onion here that I'm going to dice up really small. And can we just take a moment to appreciate the size of this clove of garlic? This is insane. I'm gonna mince this guy up. We've got about a tablespoon of minced garlic. And now that our artichokes had a chance to drain a little bit, I'm going to pulse it up in my blender here until it resembles crab meat, like so. It only took about 10 to 15 seconds of pulsing and pushing down. Charisse does use a food processor, which may work a little bit better, but honestly, I think this did the trick. It's kind of incredible how it already is looking like crab meat. This is pretty amazing. I am so excited. Things are looking promising. This recipe really is so simple. Once I've dumped in my blended up artichoke, I'm going to just add the rest of the ingredients to the bowl. We've got our red onion and our garlic. I'm also going to squeeze in the juice of 1 lime, so about a teaspoon of lime juice. Okay, so to this mixture, I'm going to plop in 1/4 cup of vegan mayonnaise. I think this is kind of funny. Apparently, vegan mayo is like in a high demand right now during the pandemic. This is actually the only brand I could find. I know Charisse prefers Hellmann's, but this Best Food brand, it actually tasted pretty good, so I'll take it. I'm curious if any of you guys are noticing some weird shortages. There has been hardly any tofu at Smith's Marketplace lately and Natural Grocers. The vegan mayo thing was a surprise though. Anyway, moving on, I am adding a little over a teaspoon of sriracha and quite possibly the most important ingredient, Old Bay seasoning. Like Charisse says in her video, there's no substitute. So get yourself some Old Bay. You won't regret it. I'm adding a little over a tablespoon. Her recipe calls for a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons. And now I've got 3/4 of a sleeve of Ritz crackers that I'm just crushing up in this Ziploc here. You can get out some aggression if need be. They crush up pretty easily, and I'm going to dump in about 3/4 of it just to make sure that our mixture is looking the right consistency. Looking good there. Now that we've got everything in there, I'm just going to get on in there with my hands, mix it up, make sure we've got a really good consistency and everything's evenly distributed. It ended up being a little bit on the wet side, so I dumped in the rest of that cracker mixture to make sure it could absorb all those juices. This is so fun. I've kind of missed food like this. My dad and grandma actually used to make salmon patties for me all the time as a kid, and I haven't had something similar to this in quite a while, so I'm super stoked to be trying this out. It looks super good so far. So I've got a pan that's preheating with vegetable oil in it. I'm also going to do a little water trick if you haven't done this before to see if your oil's ready. You can kind of just sprinkle just barely any water on it, and if it starts to pop, As you can see, it's starting to a little bit. Those little pricks that are going on in there, that's it popping. I should have had the sound on for this, but I had so many fans on because it's like 3 gajillion degrees in my kitchen that you wouldn't have been able to hear it anyway. So anyway, our oil's looking hot. I'm just going to form some little patties as I go here. And make them nice and thick. Look how beautiful those look already. The flakiness is just mind-boggling to me. I am so on the artichoke train. This is amazing. So I'm not going to overcrowd my pan. I'm just going to make about 4 of these and put them in, and I am not going to touch them. These artichoke patties are definitely a little bit delicate, so I'm going to try my hardest to not move them until they're nice and brown on one side. Okay guys, moment of truth. It's been about 4.5 minutes trying to get a good angle here. The struggle is real. Oh yeah, look at that golden brown deliciousness. I'm so excited. And I think I'm going to let them cook for another 4 to 5 minutes on the other side, and we will have ourselves some artichoke crab patties. Ooh yeah. These are looking divine. I am so excited. I have got a plate with some paper towel on them. I'm just going to set our patties as we cook them on this paper towel to let some of that extra oil drain off. And we will be good to go. Oh my goodness. Now tell me that does not look like crab meat. This is mind-blowing right now. Time for the taste test. Alrighty guys, getting myself a good bite here with some mustard. I didn't know that that was a traditional way to eat crab cakes in Maryland. So it's kind of amazing how flaky it is. I had no idea artichokes. I mean, this is brilliant. Taste test. Shut up. These are so good. Like seriously, you have to try this recipe. It's flaky, it's crispy, it honestly has the texture of seafood and the flavor of seafood. This is kind of rocking my world right now. I'm just gonna keep eating it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope that you're staying safe and healthy. And Charisse, thank you so very much for collaborating with me. I had so much fun, and holy shit, these crab cakes are delicious. Thanks so much for watching. Cheers.